Morning folks, and welcome to the Happy Hooker YouTube channel. As promised this morning, we're out on the Mersey. I've got with me today Martin the Mauler.
How are we doing?
Stinky Steve's over there holding Sir hello. Morning Steve. We've got Gamekeeper John, or John the Pecker, Tommy the Turd, Lee the Meat on salty swallows. We're going to scoot off up the river about 4 or 5 miles and do some fishing and see how we get on. I'll see you in a bit, I'll let you know when we get there. Well folks, we're on our way up the river now. It's a bit lumpy, as it usually is on the Mersey. Hopefully it'll be well worth it and there'll be loads of cod at the other end. I have been assured by Mr. Aaron the Oracle from Bad Boys Charters that these are the marks to fish, and he's told me the methods. So hopefully we'll have a bit more to show you than we had last week. See you in a bit. Right folks, we've reached our designated spots where we're going to be fishing. We've got Martin the Mauler there, and we've got Lee the Meat there. You've got to see the size of head on him. Honestly, he's got the biggest head in the world. So, hence, Lee the Meat. Right, the tackle for today, guys, is I've got two Kenzaki rods with me. We'll do it so I can see what I'm doing. One's with I always bleed to forget, an Avet SX. The other one's got a Pen Fathom, the 2-speed. I've also got with me 2 Pen Regiment 3s, the solid carbon. Now this one, I bought it yesterday, so I've got a brand new rod on the boat. Let's just hope we don't get cursed with the new rod. At the other end of them, I've got 40 pound braid on them. At the sliding boom, down to a swivel, 60 pound snood, all tangled up. I'll sort that out in a minute. Down to some big hooks, pretty much the same as I was fishing the other day. I'm going to fill it with worms and fill it with squid. We're going to up tide with 2 rods from the sides of the boat, which is basically put a rod in. In fact, I'll go through that when I've got the rods out and I'll show you how we do it. I'm going to up tide with 2 and down tide with 2, and it should give us plenty of room then. Without further ado, let's get some fishing done. What do you think, John?
Yeah, feeling about 7 cod.
At least. See you in a bit, folks. Well guys, we've just cast out, and I bet it's not been in 5 minutes, that. In fact, it's not been that, I've not even got... And John's up tide has just started bouncing a bit.
Pecker.
It could have been a pecker, but with the up tides, they usually don't bounce it that much, peckers, do they? Seems to have stopped. Whatever it is, seems to have stopped. I'll leave it on another couple of seconds. Nope, not happening. Guaranteed, I'll switch this camera off. The second I switch it off, it'll go whap.
I might put some on then, huh?
Well, John's just had a couple of little bangs on the up tide rod. Just come up with a bit of plastic or rubbish out the water. I'm not even going to tell folks what that's off. Stick it in my rubbish bag. There it is. Nothing. Do you mind just pulling that bait up here? This is the sort of baits we're using, guys. A load of worms wrapped with squid on a pennel rig. Flung out against the boat. Right, so John's going to demonstrate now what you do with the up-tiding rods.
How'd you cast these things?
Right, there we go, you're loose. Flick it up the tide, like that. Get a bird's nest. When it hits the bottom, let it hit the bottom, and then you just let a big bow line out behind the boat. Basically, I do this because let more line out, let more out, let it go. I do this because then we can fish too comfortable off the back of the boat, and we can fish too comfortable from the side of the boat. The end rod's tipping and tapping. We're getting tipped and tapped to death off peckers. Hopefully the cod will move in shortly. I'm not even, and I'm going to speak over that so you can't hear what he's shouting across there. Trust me, the air just went blue. I'll let you know when we get a fish on. Right guys, well, we've had the rods out now, half an hour, 20 minutes, sorry, not half an hour, 20 minutes. The big baits are just getting peckered to death. I mean, I don't know if you can see that rod behind John, but they are just ding, 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 ding. So, I will clean my camera lens actually. Find something to clean it with. That might be a bit better for you. So, just see, you can see my rod just binging and bonging there. Peckering away. So, just to try and get some fish on for a bit of entertainment for you, we've set up a pecker rod, to be quite honest. Put a smaller hook on it, a bit less of an hook link, a little bit of a smaller bait. I flung it out. So hopefully, in the not too distant future, we'll have something to show you. Instead of just two big ugly pigs on the boat, talking rubbish. See you in a bit. Well guys, John's just had a cracking bite. He just burnt all his lip on the bacon butty. Now that or what you call a bacon sandwich. Sorry, I've got a bit of
bloody
well,
lovely.
will that do you? The next sandwich is in. It's bacon with a Lancashire oven bottom muffin, load of Dairy Lee cheese on it, load of Lurpak butter. Our arteries are squelching as we're eating it, and a bit of fruity brown sauce. HP, it has to be. On the fishing front, there's not a lot happening. The rods are getting peckers, peck. All we can do is just keep changing the baits. We're going to give it an hour here. If it doesn't pick up, we're going to have a move and try another spot. We might come back up here later on when it's on the flood. I'll let you know. We'll keep you informed. Coming up to, there's half an hour now before the.
I feel like we're bonded together.
Let me just turn that down a little bit. We're coming up to low tide now. It's just not happening. Even the peckers have gone off a bit now. There's no flow here. It's a little bit shallow. So I'm thinking we're going to move down to a deeper mark, a bit further down the river. Yeah, your rod's banging away, yeah. Peckers, we're getting peckers. So going to move a bit further now, see if we can catch a bit more flow, and then we're going to come back up here about 2 or 3 hours into the flood and see how it fishes then. We're all stuffed now, loads of bacon butties, can't grumble at that. we've just had a big tangle over there with his rod. I've just pulled it in and I've unhooked all his bait and put him a blue ribbon biscuit on it. Let me see if I can zoom him in. What have you caught? Right, Gabby, just unzoom that. Right, guys, we're up in anchor and we're moving now. I'll do some more filming when we get to where we're going. Well, guys, there's always one clown on the water, isn't there? Martin the Mauler has decided to donut me before I get a chance to donut him, hasn't he? It's alright, we'll see. Right guys, we're at the second mark now, the anchor's just settling. There's a little bit more flow here, a little bit more water, and there does seem to be fish showing on the sounder. Or there was. I think there might be little shoals of herring bobbing up and down, so I haven't brought a feather rod with me. Yeah, it is showing little shoals of fish here and there. Let's have a look. See, it could just be crap with air pockets in it, but I'm hoping that the herrings or mackerel or whatever or whiting, because if the smaller fish are here, then usually the bigger bait fish are here. Hopefully, next time I put the video on, I'll have a fish to show you. Yay! John has got a nothing! He just said I've got one!
There was a little pecker on, so I could feel a little twitch.
Try again.
True pecker don't fall off.
He was trying to get away with not getting a pecker on camera then. John the Pecker has pecked it again! Well done, John.
Cheers, mate.
That's the first fish on the hooker of the morning. We're still on slack tide. Probably another half an hour or so before it turns proper. I know that Martin the Mauler, who's about 200 yards away from us, they've just had a skate. I don't know what Tommy's had. I've not heard anything over the radio, so I doubt very much they've had anything. Onwards and upwards, eh?
Don't worry.
Well guys, the tide is just starting to turn and I've got myself a pecker. I didn't even know it were on, to be fair. I never saw a bite off it or anything. I've caught a fish, at least I haven't blanked now. Hey, there you go. It's just starting to turn properly now, so hopefully the cod will start showing.
It's definitely waterproof.
Yeah, right guys, I'm just going to see if I can get a pecker underwater for you. Oh, it's not swimming now, hasn't it? Oh no, there we go. Swim! No, he stopped swimming, he sort of gave up. Well, there you go, there's a pecker under the water in all its glory. Comes into something here now. Is it a big pecker?
Big pecker.
It's a big pecker.
Well, that's no good. I wanted a little pecker for a live bait. It's a cracking
You're
pecker.
brilliant.
I only wanted a little pecker. I didn't want this big pecker.
I think I've got something on this, in fact I have.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's only a pecker, but this is on that great big bait, this. Oh, it's just come off, whatever it was, just come off. It's come off. Well done, John. That's a whopper, that, isn't it?
It's a whopper of a pecker, isn't it? Yeah. That's a big pecker, that. Go out for a pecker.
I don't call him John the Pecker for nothing.
It's a proper pecker. Aeroplane going over, seen it.
I have got a fish on here, guys. Feels like a doggy, is what it feels like. Feels like the dreaded doggy. Let's have a look at you, take your time. There's a pecker, that. It's a foul up pecker. Look at the size of that bait, guys. There you go. That's how to catch a pecker on a big bait. Now it's been in there 10 minutes, that bait, so I'm gonna double it and send it back out. Let's see if that brings us a fish. Right guys, well, I've got another pecker on, and if you keep an eye on the end rod while I'm reeling this one in, you'll see what we're up against. I've got a great big bait on that end one, and you'll see the rod tip keep binging and bonging with the peckers.
Pecker fest.
Pecker fest. But it has just come into full flow now, so hopefully the better fish will start feeding. I've no doubts that they are here. And I've not even got a pecker on this one. Turn the camera off! Stop recording! It won't do it because I've not done it. Just press that top button, please, John. Have you got a second?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, just press it.
Pecker fest. I might be wrong, but...
Right, guys, I think we could be having the first cod of the session. I'm trying to get John's phone ready as well.
No, I don't feel like one now.
It's nodding. Oh, I can't get your phone on. There we go.
You got it? Recording sideways.
Recording. There we go. Sorry, guys. I'm just trying to record for John as well.
I think it's a pecker. I don't know.
A pecker? Is that on that big bit?
On the big bag, yeah.
You pull him back a bit. It's a giant pecker. That's a proper pecker, isn't it?
I've surprised seen a pecker like that before. It's a monster
Prize pecker. Huh? Right, guys.
It's a monster pecker.
Well, it seems to be the story of the day is up to yet. It's peckers and more peckers. I mean, the tide's turned round now. Probably been turned round 10 minutes now. Even on the big baits, I'm getting battered off the pecker. So what I've done this time is I've just wrapped a turd. It looks like one, doesn't it? What it actually is 10 worms all wrapped together. That's my next big bait. Let's see if I can't tempt one of these cod. I mean, they're not taking it with the squid at the minute, so I'm going to give it half an hour, 20 minutes with a big one on. Let's see if it. I mean, if you look at that end rod now, you can see it just tipping and tapping and pecking and pecking and pecking. Just want a great big cod to come along and go. That'd be good, wouldn't it? We're still only getting pecker bites. Even with that great big sausage worm I've got on it, looks like a dog turd. I'll tell you what, we're going to get a good bite now, because look at these bad boys. Big old fat Cumberland sausage. There you go, John. I can see you salivating there.
Cheers, mate.
I'm in two minds as to whether to move or not, or whether to stick it out here. The thing is, I'm not going home till I've caught a cod, even if that means I'm staying out till next week. I've got plenty of battery. Mind you, we're out of sausages, but I can always go back to shore for some. You know what happens when we have the sausage butties? One of the rods always goes. So here's hoping. It's donut time, guys. Salty Swallows is having a donut. Watch him. Look out, bump, 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 are you ready? There's always one clown on the water, isn't there? Right guys, we're all peckered out down there. So we've had a move, we've moved further up the river. I'm just going to show you where we're anchored. Let's have a little black mark wherever it is there. And there's a crater there. So I'm just going to fish up against this crater and see. It's a mountain, sorry, not a crater. It's a mountain with a crater. We'll get it right in a bit, won't I? So we're just going to fish against that, see how we get on. We've got about another 2.5 to 3 hours of flood. Let's see what happens there. Hopefully we will get a cod. We have faith, don't we, John?
It's going to happen.
It's happening right now. Fresh baits.
On the chiffy on the way home.
Think KFC will be open. See you in a minute. We anchored up further up the river, and we only stayed there about 10 minutes and changed our mind. The mindset is, I'll get the sun from behind me. There we go. You might be able to see me now. The mindset is, there's been a good amount of rainwater in it last night. All the bits of snow and stuff have been thawing and coming in. So I'm thinking further down towards the river mouth, it might not be as much water in it, as much fresh water in it. So we've come back down to the clock tower, Everton's new ground, and we're going to give it a go here, because as a rule we get cod here, even though they're a lot smaller than the ones you get up there. It'd still be cod. Now I know Tommy's been down here for an hour or so earlier, but they were here on the ebb. No, they were here at flat tide, and they didn't get a single bite. So I'm hoping now we've got about 2 hours left of the flood. I'm hoping that we pick a little cod up or two, maybe even a big cod. You never know.
Big one.
Yes. Hey, what do we want, John?
Not a bird's nest.
Not a bird's nest. Let's watch John do this. No pressure. Have you done it?
Yeah, I only went about 3 foot away.
I'll do. Hopefully we'll have a cod to show you. This move doesn't seem to be any better than. In fact, it seems to be the worst move of the day. I don't think we've had a bite here. Oh, I'm telling lies. John the Pecker's had a bite.
Had a pecker bite.
Yeah, pecker bite. It is just dropping down light now. What time was tide? I can't remember. I think it was 20 to 5 tide, high tide, and it's now nearly 4 o'clock, so about another 3/4 of an hour. Let that darkness set in. If it doesn't pick up, it's going to be adios, hey-ho, that's fishing. But a bad day's fishing is better than any good day's work. It's all a nice time. Sometimes it's not all about catching fish. Sometimes it is, honest. If you like the videos, what you're seeing, what we do, please do press the like button and the subscribe button. And if you're not subscribed to John's channel, please do subscribe to that, Gamekeeper John, the extremely good lucky fella. If we start catching anything, I'll do a bit more filming. I'll speak to you shortly, lads, ta-da, and girls. I'm just going to show you this, guys, on the Mersey. When I said to you before, you get boats in, big boats, in close proximity. Now on my camera, it looks miles away. So I am going to zoom in, and you'll get some sort of idea as to how big that really is. Now that is probably more like what it should really look like. That's what we see. What you see on there, it looks a lot far away. But that is a big boat. That is an absolute whopping boat. So as you can imagine, on the Mersey, you want to be very, very careful where you're anchoring up. You get it slightly wrong and you get stuff like that coming at you. Not good. And as for the fishing, it's still rubbish. Zoom you back down. Well, I've asked the other boats whether we all wanted to bugger off an hour before tide were high and have a comfortable retrieve in the daylight and stuff, and the general consensus is we're staying till the death. We're not going home till we've caught a cod. So hopefully it won't be too long, because we've no sausages or bacon left now. There's not a pot noodle or nothing on this boat anymore. We'll have to go and raid Martin's boat, won't we? Well guys, it's now gone dark, the tide has died on us. We've still not had a bite here, so the rods have been wrapped up. We've got a nice cup of tea. Just waiting for the other two boats to come down, and it's adios, home time. So, like I've said, if you like what we do, get them fingers waggling and press the subscribe button and the like button, please. It is much appreciated. I'm not sure what the next adventure is. At the minute I feel like selling the boat. But I'm sure there'll be another one by weekend or midweek next week. So until then, ta-ra for now.
See ya.